What's up, sports fans? I'm Casey James with this NFL report. And you know how I do it. And if you don't, you better ask somebody. Now, as we head into week 8 in this NFL season, the halfway point, there's only one thing that's really for sure. There's no doubt that the Green Bay Packers, the defending Super Bowl champions, are the best team in the No Fun League. Aaron Rodgers has now become an elite quarterback. He's my first half MVP, and he's been lighting it up with that receiver that is second to none. The Packers on offense have more weapons than the U.S. military. When you're talking about Jennings and Jones, Jermichael Finley, Driver seems odd man out. They're starting to run the ball well, and the Packers are even playing much better on the defensive side of the ball, of course, with Defensive Player of the Year from last season, Jr., and the old man Charles Woodson can still get it done in the secondary. So this Packer team, no doubt, is the best team in the NFL. They've been playing. They want to go back-to-back Super Bowl champions, but they've got a test this week as they go into San Diego to take on the Chargers. Chargers after just bungling that game on Monday night against the Chiefs when Phillip Rivers forgot how to take a snap, and all he had to do was take a knee and set up a game-winning field goal, and they lose that game on Monday overtime, and now they've lost 2 in a row in a first-place tie in the AFC West. So this is a big game for the Chargers, and I'll talk more about that Charger-Packer coming up. Now, the power rankings came out this week in the NFL, and the question is, who's the second best team in the No Fun League? On which week it is and who you talk to. But this week's power rankings have the San Francisco 49ers as the second best team. Huh? Those 49ers? Yeah, I know that they're 6-1. They've taken advantage of a pretty soft schedule, and it's going to be even softer coming up. Their only real tough down the road are against the Giants and against the Steelers, and both of those they have at home. The 49ers this week go into Washington to take on the Washington Redskins, and that should be another easy win for them. And Jim Harbaugh, who is the NFL Coach of the Year right now, has turned that thing around in a hurry, and at 6-1, slow your roll when you talk about the 49ers being the second best team in the league. Again, they have already won the NFC worst. They've had a soft schedule to get even softer outside of 2 tough games. So they're in the right position. They're going to get a first-round bye in the playoffs, but this team still has got a long way to go. Offensively, somewhere down the road, open it up. Alex Smith, who has become a serviceable quarterback, but the 49ers are 31st in passing offense. That alone will tell you that they have got some work to do offensively, although they are 6th in rushing in the NFL because Frank Gore has been doing Roger Craig impression lately, and the 49ers offensive line has been solid, and they have been maybe the most physical team in the league when you really look at it, outside of Steelers and or the Ravens. So this team has really come a long way, but they have got a long way to go when you talk about them being the second best team in the NFL. And I mentioned and the Ravens, and that's the marquee matchup coming up this week in a grudge match like always. These two teams who openly do not like each other and bring some serious animosity in any football game, and that's going to be the case in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field as the Steelers try to get a little payback for that Week 1 beatdown by the Ravens, 34. Ravens have lost 2 in a row. The Steelers on a 3-game win streak. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown 11 touchdowns and only 2 picks during that streak, so the Steelers in the kind of football you expected out of them, and the Ravens now trying to ratchet up again. And that game in Heinz Field, big game, I like the Steelers in that one in a payback revenge match. Well, it's always a revenge match between these two teams. I like the Steelers by 7 in that game. We got a lot of other games coming up this week that we're going to break it all down for you on the NFL report and give you the 411, like the Jets going into Buffalo. And we also will have the Houston Texans trying to really get a roll going, and we'll see what happens there in Houston. So we're going to break down the rest of the NFL matchups coming up on the second part of the NFL report. I'm Casey, and you make sure you keep it locked right here because you know how I do it. I keep it real, and I give you the 411. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody.